Hello everyone, I'm Cheesy87 and this is Let's Play Trails to Azure Part 35. In the previous video, we did some stuff, I promise. We fought a cryptid, we fought one of our cryptids on Ursula Road. Then we found us a bit of a little secret quest here from the Vice Commissioner's Plea. Now it's not that secret because it is in an area that you have to go for one of your other support requests, and it's an unusual character, so you're more likely to talk to him. But he thinks his wife is cheating on him, and we're supposed to be going to Ving Sept to investigate. I think we will go do that right now. And by right now, let's go heal up first, even though I doubt there'll be any combat, but we'll go run by and heal up, I guess, at the car. Okay, Noelle, where the hell's our car, dude? The gang sleeps in their car. Oh, I think we only have the HP heal. Can we buy the other thing? I think I didn't have enough money at the time. Isn't there? Yeah. EP charger. Yeah, we'll buy that. We don't have any money. It's a phrase I'm saying a lot lately. Okay, just give me like a little nugget of dollars. Just a tiny little nugget of money. Okay. See ya. One of these days we'll unlock a new area, and then maybe we can actually get Sapith from it. Like in a decent amount. Well, what you say? What you got to say, girly? The number of orbital traffic violations has been on the rise again. I understand laws are just rules made up by the government, but you think people would follow them out of common decency? You know those morals you learned back in Sunday school? Sadly, some people become so selfish and inconsiderate when they're adults. Don't forget, guys, eyes on the road, hands on 10 and 2, and don't forget to pay attention to your surroundings, okay? I wouldn't dream of it. Don't remember that, Kate. That is if Noelle ever lets anyone else drive. Throwing shade there, Lloydie boy? You don't have a license. So what you see on your right is, was it my right or their right? Oh, is she practicing being a tour guide? All people can talk about these days is independence. What's more happening in the there's more happening in the news, everyone. Just a few days ago, there were some important changes on basic traffic law. The latest reform introduced the ability to suspend someone's license to the penalty system. I pray that'll reduce the number of orbital traffic accidents at least a little. Granted, the other law did remove the speed limit, so, you know, one step forward, two steps back, as they always say. What am I doing? Oh, you're going to Ving Sept. You have a keen eye, Margaret. Forgive me if I'm being out of line, but you truly are wasted on your husband. You always such a way with words, Clyde. That's the Vice Commissioner's wife and the man we were told about. So this is Clyde? He doesn't like any host I've ever met before. Let's grab a nearby table and avoid doing anything to arouse suspicion. Have you looked at our gang? We're pretty fucking suspicious. Maybe better learn something. Understood? Let's try splitting up and sitting at different tables then. Okay, that would maybe help alleviate it a little bit. Oh yes, I saw this pamphlet the other day. I fell in love immediately upon seeing those photos. Ah, did you now? Perhaps we can visit it together then. If you like, I could even arrange a hotel for you. Actually, there's no need. I'm already went and I enjoyed the scenery and had very little to complain about. That's wonderful. That certainly simplifies things. So, about the reservation. They do seem comfortable around each other. It's gonna be like her brother or something. Seems like they're planning a trip to Michelin together. Still, something seems off. Guy actually sounds like a bit of a kiss ass. We don't have any decisive evidence yet. Let's keep listening in on their conversation. Yeah, that or it's gonna be like something like that, where it's like a family member, or it's like a business thing maybe. Well then, if you'll excuse me. Okay, I'll see you at the club later, correct? I had a new Blanc in the entertainment district. I'll meet you there. I'll bring what you've been looking forward to, ma'am. I'll be waiting. I guess the date is over. What should we do, Lloyd? We have yet to gain anything concrete. Let's keep shadowing them. I was at first gonna say abduct them and interrogate them in police custody, but I guess we could just shadow them. Randy, Wazzy, and I will follow Clyde. Ellie, Tio, and Noel, you three follow Margaret. Make sure you're not spotted. Understood. Let's blow this joint. Things are heating up nicely. Sorry to keep you waiting, Clyde. I bought what we discussed. A briefcase. Thank you very much. So, how did things go? Well, she's quite interested. We'll be closing later at New Blanc. That's good to hear. Oh, it's almost time for the next cruise ship to leave. I'll head back to Michelin and make sure everything is in order. It's all up to you now, Clyde. You chose to close this contract, and you're going to be a top agent this month for sure, so it is something business. I won't let you down, sir. Okay, let's do this. He's driving. Clyde's looking pretty fired up, ain't he? And for the sound of he's gonna be meeting the Vice Commissioner's wife at New Blanc. What should we do now? We've got what we want. We've got what we needed, so don't we need to... Well, oh my god, dude. I can't read. What should we do now? We've got what we needed, so we don't need to keep tailing him, do we? Now, let's contact Ellie and the others. We should regroup at Police HQ for now. Well, no, maybe we should do a little bit of follow-up before we just, I think we have to pinpoint who this Clyde person is. Do we, though? Afterward, Lloyd contacted Ellie and the others while they were tailing the Vice Commissioner's wife. They decided to meet the police department and sort through the information of Vice Commissioner Pierre. Well, how did the investigation go? Has my wife been having an affair with the host? Please calm down, Vice Commissioner. Before that, how did following Miss Margaret go, Ellie? Well, we found her getting railed by this one dude. I mean, we watched her as closely as we could, but we didn't notice anything strange. She eventually went back home to the residential district. And she didn't meet anyone else on the way there. However, she does plan to meet this Clyde person in New Blanc later. What? What does he think he's doing taking my wife to a place like that? So be it, I'll put together an entire SWAT team and storm New Blanc. You probably don't want to do that. I told you to calm down, Vice Commissioner. Last thing you want to do is send in armed officers there, you know, considering who owns the place. Well then what am I supposed to do? Every second we waste here, that host is getting closer to sinking his lascivious fangs into my Margaret. I don't think you have to worry about that. At least not as far as this host is concerned. She's just trying to divorce you, dude. It's no big deal. What do you mean? Wazzy was right all along. We don't think this Clyde person is a host at all. Pardon me? He isn't a host, then who is he? He is a salesman. Salesman? Salesman. Well, it could be con artist, but we don't have any reason to believe his business is illegitimate, so we'll say salesman. Well, we could tell Clyde is most likely a salesman. Salesman? Going by speech pattern, yeah, the guy sounded like he was out to sell something, but it wasn't his body or time. That's not all, though. There's more than that suggests he's not just a host. Gentlemen such as myself work to give lovely mademoiselles a reprieve from their mundane lives for a short time. A top-class host politely escorts his lady, but he would never be more humble than necessary. We're not there to grovel. I wouldn't put it quite the way Wazzy did, but my conclusion is more or less the same. From what I could tell, Clyde and your wife didn't look like people that were having an affair at all. If pushed, I would say they came off more as buyer and seller. That's the impression I got anyway. Given that they've met several times now, I would guess they've been negotiating a business deal of some kind. Even if all this is true, then what in the world is he coercing my wife to buy? Well, if we're continuing with the theory that he's a salesman, I think we can figure that out too. Clyde was most likely trying to sell... They said contract, right? Said he's trying to sell... You were the one that took up the... I'm gonna say, real estate, maybe? But granted, it was a briefcase. And they said the thing you've been waiting to see. Which makes it sound like it's a literal thing. I mean, it could potentially be referring to, like, you know, a deed or something, but... Let me go back and see what they said. for closing at New Blanc later. Close this contract and you're going to be a top agent this month for sure. I'm going to say jewelry. I feel like all of them are somewhat valid though. Nope. Okay. Thinking back to the conversation. Well, it was really stocks and bonds. I don't think so. Real estate? That's what I said at first, but I got kind of hung up on the idea of him showing something physical to her, that, you know, something she'd been waiting to see. Made it sound like it was something more like something you could fit in a briefcase, right? So he's a real estate agent, but like I said, they could be referring to just like a deed or something. Now that you mentioned it, Michelin came up during their conversation of being sept. First I thought it was about a vacation. Oh, I forgot about that him saying that. But that pamphlet stuck out to me. It may have been a pamphlet about top-scale properties for sale in Michelin. And after we tailed him to the Harbor District, Clyde received something from a man in a suit. Right, I got a sense from their relationship that it was his boss. He may have been delivering him something like a contract to be signed. To all pieces together, Clyde is a real estate agent who's been in negotiations with your wife to sell a property. Miss Margaret has been receptive and even went to Michelin to scope the property out because negotiations have been going well. If all this is the case, that would explain why she's been meeting with this man so often. Yeah, it's all starting to fit into place. And today they entered the final negotiations. The contract is likely going to be signed today at New Blanc. Yes, it's starting to make sense. But, you see, the thing is, I don't have any money. Have you seen how little they pay us, man? That would mean Margaret is trying to buy property in Michelin without even consulting me, wouldn't it? I'm not made of money. How much do you think a vice commissioner makes? Where does she expect me to get that kind of mirror? Could she have taken out a loan? That is a possibility. You may have even convinced her to take out a large one. You have got to be kidding me. I have to do what I have to do. I'm going to storm into New Blanc myself. I'm not going to let this shark swindle my wife out from right under my nose. I'll give this Clyde fellow a piece of my mind and drag Margaret out of there if it's the last thing I do. I'll hit him with one of these. He's holding up his fist. He seems to have broken his leash. It's like we accidentally flipped some sort of switch on him. I'll tell you what, we're all here already, so why don't we go there to lend a hand? It wouldn't be wise to charge it a New Blanc all by your lonesome, wouldn't it? I can't argue with that, but is that really why you want to go? Wazzy, you have a real penchant for causing drama, you know? I haven't the slightest clue what you mean. Regardless, if we don't hold him back, then who will? Yeah, I don't got much of a choice, I think. I can get us in a New Blanc at least. My old pal Zax is probably bouncing at the door right now. What the devils are you mumbling about over there? I'm headed for New Blanc and you're coming with me. That's final. Yes, sir. And we have to do it in a fade to black because no one actually knows where New Blanc is. That's what's up. Think you can let us in, Zax? Got a secret from Shirley and Uncle Sidman, obviously. Oh, and I was thinking it'd been a while since you last showed up. Here you are, running errands. You lost your touch, just like the young miss said, huh, Captain Randolph? Stop calling me that. I think it's the same Jaeger we saw in front of Crimson & Co. before. I'll help you out just this once. Think of it as a little favor. Don't cause any problems inside, got it? I won't say a peep to the young miss of the vice leader either. That good? Yeah. We're good to go. Looks like they haven't arrived yet, so we better get inside if we're gonna ambush them. Now, my lights just flickered, which is kind of spooky. I think I'll sit this one out, though. That's fine. We should keep a lower profile anyway. Going in one way or another, you all decide among yourself who else will be joining me. What's gotten into him? We should see this through to the end now that we've come this far. I've been looking forward to this since we took his request. The Vice Commissioner, Lloyd, and myself should be plenty fine, yes? Yeah, that should work. The rest of us will remain on standby. You can contact us with your Enigma if you need backup. Got it. Okay, you two, let's head inside. Right, let's go! As the kids say. Thankfully the place is packed, so it's not like we're going to stand out or anything. Once your wife and that man enter the club, we've requested they be seated at the table right here. Oh, okay, that'll do. If he's some corrupt real estate agent, I'll see to his arrest myself. This is getting interesting. Oh, there they are. Excuse me, I have a reservation for 2 under Clyde. Right this way, sir. This is one fancy club. Is your first time coming here, Margaret? I would think you've seen everything Crossbow's to offer with your husband being so high up in the police. Oh, please, that's a riot. He may be the vice commissioner, but his salary is peanuts. We know the feeling. He'd much rather drink the night away with a hostess in a dingy bar than take me out to a nice restaurant. Sir? You can't be mad about her seeing a host if you're, out seeing hostesses. My apologies, then. It may only be noon, but allow me to kickstart the proceedings by buying you a drink. I'd be happy to accept. Oh, don't worry, Vice Commissioner. Quiet, you. I don't need you to tell me what to do. What this club is beyond my salary. Dingy bar does suit me better. What's wrong with that? Nothing besides your overwhelming inferiority complex. Bringing you with us was a mistake. Shall we get down to business then? Clyde took off his pants. Retrieved what appeared to be a contract from his briefcase. As you requested, the contract for the villa in Michelin residential area. Sign your name on the dotted line and it's all yours. I've been waiting for this moment. I'd love to sign. You're right, it's a contract for a property in Michelin. What's the plan? Still haven't learned whether or not this deal's on the up and up. Stay away from my wife! That's my purse! What? Pierre? Oh no. This will go well. What are you doing here? Cancel this deal at once, Margaret. This corrupt realtor is tricking you. I beg your pardon. Hold on just a moment. Corrupt? I haven't done anything wrong. Funny joke, comedy man. You can't fool me. Pierre? You're whining and dining my wife, buttering up into taking some kind of ridiculous loan out on this property, aren't you? Pierre? It'll be a cold day in Gehenna before you force that on us. Pierre? Stay silent, woman. As the CBD's vice commissioner, Pierre. Sorry, Snookums. That was the quickest surrender I've ever seen. Hear that whip crack? You go, Margaret. Goodness, goddess, how'd I put up with you? Especially the vice commissioner. How could you so blindly jump to the wrong conclusion and treat him like a criminal? Have you no shame? I'm sorry, please forgive me. Hold on, this is all a misunderstanding? Wait, it is? Now I'm hooked. Go on, Margaret. Spill that tea and don't spare any details. Very well. First, Clyde here is a respectable realtor who deals with luxury properties. Your assessment was wrong to begin with. He's not corrupt at all. Well, if he's rich. If that's true, then we definitely can't afford a property like that. About that. I actually made an enormous profit from stocks I was tracing recently. You know the joke, man. Actually, you know what? She got on that AMC train. It was several times her salary. Stocks? To be honest, my patience has reached its limit. You earned your position solely through connections and luck. You're a pitiful man who does nothing at home. Maybe it's because you don't want to be at home with me, but your late night drinking binges are strained in our finances. Oh. You were in a much better mood when you thought you'd become the next commissioner after the old one was dismissed. Then the other vice commissioner was chosen over you. Your depression has made you moan and complain incessantly ever since then. Isn't that a little harsh, man? Yeah. Like, oh, stupid idiot. Why are you depressed? You got passed up for a job promotion. Just, quit being so sad, dummy. Honestly, I don't think I can live with you anymore. Well, I discussed using my earnings to purchase a home to live separately. The plan was to separate from you before eventually filing for a divorce. There it is. Now it's getting good. Were you born without the ability to feel compassion? Wait, did you just say was? I did. You organized all this because you were afraid of losing me, didn't you? You have been so afraid of me that you have been avoiding coming home. I'm impressed that you went through all this. But tonight I want you to come home so we can sit down and talk through this together. Margaret. There you have it, Clyde. I'll have to put this purchase on hold. That can't be, Margaret. We were so close. It's not like I've canceled the deal entirely. It was wrong of me to negotiate alone. I look forward to discussing this again in the future. I may not be separating, but I'm still interested in the property, and I'm sure I'll purchase it eventually. I would have liked to close the deal today, but I can't force you to sign a contract. I'll excuse myself then. Turns out Clyde wasn't guilty of anything in the end. I felt bad for tailing and suspecting him. Who cares about his feelings? We've solved the case between the vice commissioner and his wife. That's what counts. I should be going too, Pierre. I'll see you tonight. We have plenty to discuss, so come straight home after work, understood? Yes, Snookums. And so he dons the leash yet again. Ah, yeah, excellent work today, SSS. We're glad that everything worked out in the end. It's a relief to see your wife wasn't being conned. So you say, but I'm going to be paying for a second mortgage after all. Thank the goddess for not getting a divorce. I suppose we can use the new place on the weekends. Margaret seems taken by it at least. Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta give in and let the lady have what she wants. Besides, the funds came from her stock market earnings, which is a whole different can of worms. How could I ever... this has all been a reminder of just how much more capable she is than me. Well, at least you recognize it. You reap what you sow. Be that as may, as long as I'm still a married man at the end of the day, I should be grateful. You have my thanks, SSS. Anytime, Vice Commissioner, you can always count on us. We'll show ourselves out now. Okay, well, that was a little fun diversion. What am I doing? So we're at 20 minutes. We still have pursuing the counterfeit dealer. Oh, that's a crossbow station, not the department. Whatever. I wanted to say department store, and I was like trying to fight off saying department store. Because, well, I saw department station, but for some reason my mom was just like department store, department store, department store, department store. What are we doing? We're still looking for food? What about Long Lao? Noelle, you seem like a Long Lao girl. Okay. So that says 10% of the revenue. So that means it's split. So I mean, only 10%. I mean, obviously that's, you know, more than you want to be giving to a foreign country without any say-so whatsoever. But I mean, it's not like it's gonna cripple the country. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, dude, give me food. Oh my god. Oh yes, Master did mention that. Yeah, he's in the kitchen, so you should talk to him. How's it going, Riaz? Oh, we can't talk to you over this side? Well, we've already talked to you before, but can I help you? If you want to place an order, do it at the counter. Sorry about that. We're actually here for a support request. Free food. Me need free food. SSS explain the request and gather the gourmet recommendations. Ah, that gourmet guide. Yes, I know of it. This is our busy hour. We won't turn you away. Find yourselves an empty table. We'll be trying the pride and joy of the Long Lao, my peerless fried rice. Oh man, I can't wait. Sounds great. We'll find ourselves some open seats. Lloyd and the others ate the peerless fried rice. Delicious. You really know your stuff, Zhang. I don't think you've able to get a masterpiece like this anywhere but Long Lao. You better believe it. Fried rice is always one of my specialties, but I also recently improved upon it. That's why it's peerless. Nothing compares. Wow, you're not kidding. Who would ever thought a dish so simple could taste so accomplished? I used to make fried rice all the time while I was a bear, so it's a totally different dish from our professional. Don't forget to swallow, damn. Gotta shovel it down the hatch. As long as she enjoys it, I don't care how she eats it. I made plenty. Would you like seconds? Sir, yes, sir. I knew it was gonna be Noelle. Would be the one who likes fried rice. I've never seen Noelle like this. She's like a kid at the dinner table. I think we all know who's gonna handle Long Lao's right up. Good luck, Noelle. Okay, so we still need... We should go report to Grace now. Yeah, no, we're not gonna stop yet. I thought you had to get 6 favorite dishes, but it's just 6 restaurants in general. Favorite dishes. Quasi, buddy, pal, what do you like to eat? We haven't been to Armorica. We're gonna pop. I mean, we've been to Armorica about 18 times 2 videos ago when I was losing my freaking mind. But give me food. Hello, special support section, and welcome to the Ash Tree Inn. Here for a room or maybe a bite to eat? Actually, we're here regarding a support request. Ah, so that's it. I already got word about the Crossbell News Service about it. Alright, let me treat you to my chef's special omelet rice. Don't mind if I do. Boyd and the others ate the chef's special omelet rice. Mine's delicious. Agreed, superb. Flavors of the rice, chicken, ketchup, and egg are all simple, but together they're something amazing. It reminds me of how Armorica is so attuned to the nature surrounding it. Anyone visiting the village needs to try this before they can leave. Come on, if you lay on the praise that thick, I'm gonna start blushing. Wow, you're quite fond of this dish, aren't you, Lloyd? Now, Wazzy hasn't said anything. Wazzy, do you love it? Oh, it's Lloyd's recommendation. Be sure to sneak in a few words about Geofront being so chill. He's always hooking us up with some quality grub in Armorica. Sure, I can handle writing this one. Well, I'll be floored if you guys wrote something that drummed up some more business for us. Guess we can go hit up the gates as well. Man's such a kind-hearted guy. I guess that's what you'd expect from someone from the Quincy Company, one of the biggest candy makers out there. I wholeheartedly support the plan he and Derek have been cooking up. Yeah, let's go to the Tangram Gate just for our food. Then we still need to go talk to people at Bellegarde. Hello, Sergeant Major Seeker. Are you here with the SSS today? Yeah, it's good to see you, Tomas. Yeah, we're here for a support request? Ah, yes, I do remember hearing about that from the news service. Our specialty here at Tangram Gate is the Ample Sea Hot Pot. You get to eat it as a group. You serve a mean seafood hot pot here, eh? We'd love to try it. Please wait, I'll go whip you up a pot of it. It's military food, so it's not that good, but, Lloyd and the others ate the Ample Sea Hot Pot. The taste is quite good. Yeah, you can taste how fresh the fish is. I know, right? Since it's easy and tasty, we make hot pots often at Tangram Gate. Nothing brings the guardsmen together like sharing a big old hot pot. Now that I think about it, I've never had a hot pot with the guys back at the Testament. When I get the chance, I should bring them here sometime. For real, you want to take your downtown gang to a border gate to eat hot pot? I think I know who liked this dish the best. Perhaps you'd leave this dish's review to Wazzy then. I was hoping to weasel my way out of doing one, but I don't mind too much. But now it's just Ellie. Quit being a picky eater, Ellie. Gosh, rich girl. Ooh, I don't want normal people food. That's not where we wanted to go. Okay, I mean, what else is there? I mean, there's Bellegarde. There's St. Ursula. And we also need to pop by St. Ursula, go check on Shizuku. We'll do this first. Ever since independence was proposed at the trade conference, things have been tense around here. We shouldn't be surprised after the way the mayor acted in front of the other leaders. I guess it just means we have to keep our guards up here at the border. Keep our bell guards up. Like they said at the trade conference compared to other militaries, the CGF is a half-cocked imitation. It's only like that because of the Empire and the Republic, though. Then they had the gall to use it as leverage against us. It's so unfair. Warrant Officer Muriel got promoted to second lieutenant the other day. Even in a more military-like structure such as you'd find in another country, that's still a high rank. Knowing the second lieutenant, she's going to keep climbing the chain of command, too. Randy, you need to get in there before she's too out of reach. The Imperial Army's been putting demonstrations just on the other side of the fortress. They ain't trying to pressure the Guardian Force, then again, I suppose it'd be more accurate to say they're pressuring Mayor Croyce. The tension we're feeling right now is just downright cute compared to how it was before the non-aggression pact was signed. Okay. An independent crossbow is just a fool's flight of fancy. Crossbow simply exists to serve the Empire, and that's how it should stay. I'm gonna whack you. The tension around here is wearing me out. Wait, my darling Stella's watching me. I gotta stay sharp so she doesn't get worried. Hey, Randy, I see you brought the SSS with you too. Want some grub? Hiya, Stella. Sorta, we're also here for business. Now that you mention it, I don't think that rings a bell. I'll serve you some belly-full hot pot I usually make for the guardsmen here. I didn't know the Bellegarde unit liked hot pot too. I'm looking forward to it. Sure, stay here and I'll bring over a fresh pot. Hi, you can really feel it warming you up, can't you? Yeah, it doesn't skip out on the meat. It doesn't skimp out on the meat to go along with the veggies. It's just as filling as you'd hope it'd be. Guards need filling food like this to get through CGF training. It's no wonder. We often do hot pot parties, but it always ends up with the guardsmen fighting over who gets the biggest chunks of meat. When Randy was here, he would sneak bites from others' servings and stuff like that. Why am I not surprised? Guy's gotta take care of himself, you know? Okay, we often do hot pot parties. Oh, alright, see ya. Keep hearing about all these mysterious monsters around here. I can't deal with this. I'm going back to the Empire. I have a feeling the Empire has its own share of monsters. Cool. Would be nice to have some cross-bellying tanks, I suppose. Anyone in here? I've already read that. You know, whatever you hang on your wall is your business, I suppose. What's up, girlie? How's it hanging, Warrant Officer Muriel? Working hard or hardly working? You did that on purpose. Didn't I tell you the other day I was promoted to second lieutenant? Honestly, Randy, ignore him. Congratulations on your promotion. Thank you, Sergeant Major. Feels nice to be promoted, but it also means I'm going to be saddled with more responsibilities, too. I'll just have to buckle down and work even harder. Dang, like you ain't walking around with a stun halberd up your butt already. You're gonna scare away all the fellas if you keep that up. You should get a boyfriend to chill you out. Randy. I don't remember asking for the opinion of an idiot, Randy. I do also like how Randy, like, makes fun of Lloyd constantly about being, like, oblivious towards women. And then Randy's just like, ah, Muriel, we're just, like, friends, right? There's nothing there. Promotion or not, some things are never going to change. By the way, where's that gift I brought you for your promotion? Aren't you gonna wear it? That thing I picked up for you at Michelin? Oh, that's right, you were looking at brooches while we were there. You should know I can't wear something like that while I'm in uniform. I'm a ranking officer of the CGF. It's too flashy, so I put it away as a keepsake. Stuffed it away somewhere out of sight because I couldn't stand the look of it. That's right, I threw it in the back of my desk or something. You're blushing, Muriel. Anyway, now that I've been promoted, I'm going to devote myself to the CGF more than ever before. If I have to, I'll make myself even a little useful to the commander. How's it going, Commander? Crossbow can't ignore the potential threat these mysterious cryptids pose. Unfortunately, due to the political climate, the CGF must focus on our borders. Thus, I'm counting on all of you to spearhead this operation. I'll let you down, Commander. Okay. It's still so good, dude. Okay, let's bounce. Where else is there? There's just Ursula, basically, as far as food goes, I believe. How's the police academy doing? Good. Oh, the bus doesn't take us to the police academy. We have to use our actual car. Oh, wait, have we gone to Breadman? Breadman! Oscar! Back again, Lloyd? Want some bread? I guess so. We came because of a support request, actually. Oh, that thing? Sure, I wish I could recommend you try all our breads, but if I had to pick one, it'd be the latest Bennett Supreme I gave you earlier. Wow, really? Yeah, I wish I could recommend my own, but Bennett really nailed it this month. If you're gonna looking for a more guess's finest, then it's gotta be this one. Hey, hold on a sec. Oh, hey, Bennett, I was just in the middle of recommending your... What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm not finished developing that one yet. I'm beefing my bread, the gourmet guide, just before I've properly surpassed you. What are you freaking out about? It's already delicious if you ask me. Anyway, if you're gonna recommend it early, then don't blame me if they end up not liking it. Man, she always freaks out at me like this. I don't get it. All I said is that it was good. Therein lies your answer, my good man. Guess Lloyd wasn't the only lady killer in this ragtag group you guys grew up in. Anyway, if Bennett is so vehemently against it, could you recommend something else? If I have to, I guess. Alright, how about this? Try my latest creation, the thick cutlet sandwich. Wow, the bread is so soft. Yeah, and the sauce is something else. This is delicious, Oscar. Thanks, buddy. Still working on it, though. It'll be a while before it's sold. That is a shame. Would it be better if we did not include it in our article? I mean, it's up to you. I promise I'll hook you up with the final version once it's done, though. We'll certainly be looking forward to it. Ellie, quit being such a picky eater. Whenever Dad comes home from a trip, he goes straight to bed and passes out. The idiot doesn't realize he's only going to get the sheets dirty if he doesn't change out his clothes. Nothing beats the feeling of lying in my own bed. I'm gonna pass out for the rest of the day. I was going to ask Ryu to help me with work today, and that little devil slipped out without me noticing. He's become one heck of an escape artist. There's going to be a referendum on state independence. Yeah, we know, we were there. It's a touchy subject, but I plan to talk things out with Miles before I decide how I'll vote. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to something like this, but it still helps to be informed. There's a right and wrong answer. The right answer is, fuck Arabonia. Momo's helping out with our family store today. Oh, what fun game is there to play with all I have is honoring? Hey man, I'm standing right here. Better when Momo's around because we have a lot more games to pick from. Too bad she has to help out at her home today. We'll have to make do without her. Maybe I should ask Pruna and Linley what they think. Maybe not. They'll probably just say something like, oh my gosh, there's a total Borsnor. How's it going, girly? My husband had the gall to ask if I'd like to go on him with a drive. That fool. Is he supposed to be... That's supposed to be his way of making amends? I mean, the dude's trying, man. I feel like the dude's more in the... I mean, he's made some mistakes, like buying shit without the wife's consent. But, I mean, you know, it should be something you reach a decision together. But he's not, you know, he's trying to make it right. Trying to invite my wife out for a relaxing drive. That should show her I care, right? I feel like the husband's less in the wrong than the old lady in this case. I'm feeling a lot more relaxed since the day of the unveiling ceremony. I'm planning to take on different kinds of contracts now to broaden my horizons. Felt pretty good. The bulletproof glass didn't shatter and everybody didn't die. That was nice. I like to assist my husband in his work by brewing him coffee. I'm sure this librarian bin will have a lovely aroma. I haven't had a coffee in a long time. I kind of like stopped drinking it here recently. After like I had some like heart issues. Like it felt like it was like making me want to die. So I stopped drinking coffee and I haven't had any in like 2 weeks now. Arkansas's encore performance is fast approaching. Surely the third floor... It's not really because of the caffeine. It's more because like I've ate like garbage for the last like 2 years. And it's like catching up to me. But... So I've had to like, you know, basically change how I eat completely in the last like few weeks. But that also means I haven't had any coffee in a long time. I don't really miss it. It is nice to have something to wake you up in the morning, but... Honestly, I was never affected too much by caffeine. Well, we haven't done residential area, right? We went to the Hayworths, but we haven't been in here. The oven is broken. Just when Sophia told me how to bake cookies. It doesn't look like I'll be able to bake anything today after all. I think it would be best if we gained our independence. Easier said than done with here Bonnie and Calvert breathing down our neck, I know. I'm sure Mayor Croyce has a plan in mind. I went to some bankers party last night on the topic of independence came up. I didn't have a damn clue what they were talking about. It's like they were speaking another language. I guess I should follow Granny's advice and brush up on it. Independence good, not independence bad. The end. Live free or die, damn it. You guys are all out, right? But is there anything to like loot in here? Fine. You get to live another day unlooted. Almost time for the referendum. For the sake of future generations, we can't take this issue lightly. I'm going to be mulling over this one all the way up until voting day. I nearly had a heart attack when I heard about the terrorist attack on the trade conference. I couldn't bear to lose either Master Henry or Lady Ellie. Oh, John, I'm sorry for worrying you. You know that I have the SSS by my side. I'm going to be fine. Yeah, I know, my lady. Referendum on independence is nearly upon us. The Master is carefully considering his position. He's also been eager to see how the people respond. I'm eager to... What am I doing again? Yeah, let's go to St. Ursula. I think that's almost everything. Been to the Harbor District, been to the Entertainment District. East Street, we've been to. Central Square, we've been to. Admin, yes. Harbor, yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, no. I've been thinking about whether or not Crossbow should become independent. Whatever happens, it's going to have a huge impact on the IBC. Not that I know about the particulars or anything. Oh, do you sell? Is this new? I don't think this is new. I'll buy it just in case. Never mind, I won't because I'm poor! Ah! Tio, this better not be something I already have for you. It's been over a month since those Ereboni and Calvardian terrorists attacked the trade conference. It's disappointing to hear that some of them managed to escape and haven't been caught. Surely returning to their home countries has been difficult, so they couldn't still be hiding out here in Crossbell. Could they? Haven't seen any major lopsidedness, but the prices of buying and selling the stock have been going up. Whether or not independence is the right thing to pursue will be up to the people of Crossbow to decide. Well, they do say the stock indices simply follow the pattern of society. Actually, it's algorithms. I have a feeling stock prices would be unstable like this. Only rarely do they become this erratic. There are times when it's the riskiest to trade, not the kind of market I'd suggest an amateur to jump into. Nah, dude, GME to the moon, dog. Do you know there's a training room in the building that exclusively for employees? It's popular among the security department and other employees that are looking to get a quick workout. I've also seen Miss Croyson there, though not as much lately. When she's there, she's in training gear rather than her usual business attire. And, dripping, sweat, breathing, hard. I have an authentication card. Fine. I guess it's expired. I think I'll do a couple more deliveries and take my lunch break. When I do it that way, I feel extra motivated. Okay, down to St. Ursula, and we are going to probably be done with talking, I believe. Now, there's still, well, that's the main quest. We'll do that later. Not really main quest, but main support request. Ellie would be the one to be like, oh yeah, hospital food's gonna be my favorite. I mean, this is the only place left, so it has to be, right? Hey there, and welcome to Le Lectier. Can I help yourself to a meal? Sort of. We're the special support section. Give us free food. Ah, I get it. So a little gourmet guide, right? Someone from the CNS got contact with me about that. There's just one problem. What do you mean? The dish I'm offering needs a lot of time to properly cook, and unfortunately I just ran plumb out. You're gonna have to wait for the next batch I'm going to submit. So, sorry, I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave here empty-handed for today. A bad break for us, but there's no dish, there's no dish. Pardon me, how much time will it take before a new batch is ready? Started on a new one last night, so it should be done around 48 hours from now. Ah, okay, so that's why it's a long quest. Simmers for 3 whole days? That was some rich flavor you're chasing it. You're chasing it. Okay, that must be some rich flavor if you're chasing it for that long. I look forward to tasting the final product. Oh, you're gonna love it. Just don't forget to drop by again once it's done. Alright, so we'll have to remember to come back here in a couple days. He's on a completely different level than a freshman like me. Well, Lathan has been like that since what happened to his old teacher this past spring. You need to remember to be patient. The only way to get there is to study, study, study some more. Let's go, Layton. You're our boy, man. Never forget. Why are you our boy? I don't know. I just remember your name. And I'm just kind of looking. Kind of peeping things. How's it going, Shizuku? Ah, that's where Sergei is. I heard the SS had joined the cryptid investigation. I'm sorry, these kind of things are typically Bracer jurisdiction, but with me being away from the guild right now. Knock it off, you don't need to worry about that. It's still a joint investigation, not like my kids are biting off more than they can chew. We already killed one. Trust them to take care of things for today at least. So you say. Come on, you know as well as anyone that they've grown up a lot this year. Besides, you should be enjoying this time while you have it. You don't get to do this enough, right? If you ask me, this is where you belong right now. Oh, you, Sergei. Thank you, Chief. That's sweet of you. Excuse us. You're all under arrest. The SSS? What are you guys doing here? I told you I'd be coming alone since all you're supposed to be busy today. Sorry about that, Chief. You know us. We wanted to check out on Shizuku ourselves. Oh, wow, look at that. Thank you for visiting, SSS. Oh, Shizuku, I've never seen you open your eyes like that. Does that mean your eyesight is returning? No, not exactly. Dr. Seelan did everything she could. On paper, the surgery was a success, however, her vision has not fully recovered. All she's gotten back thus far is the ability to perceive light around her. Got it. Sorry to hear that. Don't worry about me, everyone. I'm okay. Dude, it's like, it's kind of cursed. I've gotten so, I mean, it's more just like an adjustment period, but you get so used to seeing her with her eyes closed that seeing her with her eyes open looks weird. But since you're all here, would it be alright for you to take a walk to the roof together, Father? For us all to take the walk to the roof. That'd be nice. I was starting to think it's a little crowded in here. We could all use some fresh air. But Shizuku just had surgery. Shouldn't she be taking it easy? The doctor said going outside is fine as long as she's not exposed to strong light for an extended amount of time. Today's a little overcast, so I think it should be okay. I'll let the staff know. Would you all help her out of bed and make sure she's ready to go? That was sudden. Fine blade of wind. Maybe a better father than Bracer, and that's really saying something. He's always like that. Father's a kind man once you get to know him. And now we can go for a little jog, skip, and walk with the guy. We're up for it. This will be fun. Watch your step, Shizuku. I will, Father. The breeze is so nice and it feels so good to be in the sunlight again. It's so warm and bright. Glad you're enjoying yourself, Shizuku. Arios mentioned something about you being able to perceive light again. What does that entail, like exactly? That's right, I can sort of see, but I can't make out any of the details. It's like there's a white haze all around me, but I can still sense the brightness. A white haze? I think I can imagine it. Your eyes know there's light there, but not the same as having vision. Oh, there's no reason to be sad on my account, everyone. I'm happy the surgery went well. You are? I'm a little sad that I haven't got back all my eyesight yet. Before now, I'd almost given up on ever getting it back. Zuku. But this is the first time I've ever made progress from a treatment, so that means even if it takes a long time, my eyes can still get better, and now I think I can do it again. And I don't want to let Father down, Kia, and everyone at the hospital who's been supporting me. I'm not going to give up. I want to continue taking treatments. You're amazing, Shizuku. I think strong is more like it. I don't know about that. I still need everyone's help. If not for Father paying my hospital bills, I'd never have any hope of recovering. Yeah, thankfully the bracelet guild actually gives you money. As long as you haven't given up, I'll support you for as long as it takes. So don't worry about that, Shizuku. Just focus on getting better for us. That's exactly what your mother would want too. Father, you're right. I'll keep doing my best to make a recovery, and I'll do it for you and Mother, as she and the goddess look down up from above. She has got some fire in her belly, eh, Adios? No question who her daddy is. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? If anything, I'd say she gets it from her mother. It's almost time for us to go back, Shizuku. Doctor's orders. Oh, I understand. We'll walk you back to your room. Afterward, Lord and the others enjoyed more small talk for a while in Shizuku's hospital room. I should be getting back to work. You two enjoy your daddy-daughter time, Arios. Appreciate it, Sergey. We'll see you tonight, Chief. Will do. I'm expecting to hear all about your cryptid investigation. The divine dad of Wind here is taking some time off means the duty is on your shoulders. The divine what? Later, guys. Thank you for coming, Chief. Damn, I thought that'd kill. I've been practicing that shit all day. He really said that with the man himself still in the room. I don't know who else could get away with that but the Chief. Well, he is my former superior, so he gets a bit of leeway. Nevertheless, he was correct. For today, I hope you have no objections to the cryptid investigation. I mean, honestly, I want all of them. I don't even want the Bracelet Guild doing any of them. But I'll trust you to make life a little easier for Scott, Winslow, Lynn, and Aeolia for now. We'll do what we can. That's great news, everyone. I hope your work goes well. And I'm glad you visited too. It was fun talking with you all. The pleasure was all ours, Shizuku. We'll come see you again soon. I'll leave the investigations to you and the others. I plan to be back at work first thing tomorrow, so help out Scott, Winslow, Aeolia, and Lynn until then. I just remember Kia also visited me yesterday. However, I think hearing about my surgery only made her sad. Maybe so. There did seem to be something on her mind this morning. Don't worry about it too much, Shizuku. If you stay positive, then I'm sure Kia will cheer up eventually. I hope so. Give her some of that Gnosis, dog. That'll probably fix her eyesight, right? Give her some superhuman abilities. Why don't I even ever go in the elevator? I always do it by accident. Watching Michael so happily wave his hand goodbye as he was leaving got me to cry. Ron silently handed me her handkerchief to cry into. That girl is surprisingly thoughtful sometimes. Or so I thought, then I took a closer look and realized she handed me my favorite skirt that I thought I'd lost. Had it not been such an emotional wreck, I would have laid in the Siron pretty good right then. Just carries around your skirt? What? Also, how tiny is this skirt? Asking for a friend. Shizuku's condition is complex and involves 3 different fields: surgery, internal medicine, and neurology. Some may think her recovery and her vision to be impossible, but I still believe there's hope. And in that sense, chasing after a faint hope may ultimately be more painful than the disappointment of simply giving up. Nevertheless, if Arios and Shizuku have the courage to continue fighting, then so do I. I was standing around feeling depressed about Shizuku's surgery when the head nurse suddenly gave me a slap on the butt. Isn't that sexual assault? That was surprising. Did you have to do it so hard? It still kind of stings. I can't deny that it worked, though. I'm suddenly feeling a lot more chipper and ready to tackle work today. Don't make excuses. Spirits are low among the staff and faculty right now. It's understandable after all invested the entire hospital was in Shizuku's latest surgery. However, that's no excuse for wearing sullen expressions on our faces. There are other patients who need us. At times like this, we need to give them hope. Morale at the hospital has been low since Shizuku's operation. However, now is when everyone needs the nurses to smile more than ever before. You're right, we know just how valuable a smile can be, having Kia in our lives. I'm sure you can provide the same pick-me-up for the patients, Cecile. Yeah, if anyone can melt their worries away, it's you, Cecile. That's kind of you to say. Hospital's morale may be down, but Shizuku hasn't stopped looking forward, and there's no reason for us to look back. I think the results of Shizuku's surgery are all bad. There are pros and cons. The fact that her eyesight recovered even a little bit is a step in the right direction. We're getting closer, I just know it. Now isn't the time for us to falter. I'm here for a simple operation. It shouldn't take too long for I'm back on my feet. Still being away makes me worried. My husband's taking care of the kids. I have nothing but free time on your hands when you're hospitalized. Maybe I should binge all those books I brought with me. Anything else? Long wait for the exams. Nothing like being in a hospital. Shizuku's had several surgeries. None have been successful. Only imagine the anguish they're going through. Bad. I can feel the morale of our doctors and interns dropping. There were high hopes that Shizuku's surgery was going to be successful. My opinion about it won't get us anywhere, but it's hard not to be disheartened. Groundbreaking new procedure that was developed by Dr. Seelan. Interest in the procedure from the medical field has been high, and we've recovered some of the respect we lost after what happened this spring. However, now is the time to celebrate that. The operation wasn't a success after all. A couple of doctors having an argument. Muted. Even surgeons are working here and talk about peace of mind. In my last checkup, I was told to cut back on sweets, and I told them to fuck off. Now they cut off my foot. I know they're bad for me, but they're so good. Making lifestyle changes is hard. To make matters worse, I still sometimes reach for sweet things without thinking about it. I kind of know what you're talking about. Dr. Seelan's surgical technique is flawless on paper and revolutionary in the field of healthcare. So what went wrong? Could the operation have been a failure due to your incompetence? You pompous son of a... If it's anyone's fault, it was yours. You're the one whose hands are the least experienced in there. What did you just say? You want a piece of me? Nerd fight, nerd fight. I'll let that one slide this time. Yeah, me too. Well, there's good news. You're not going to be in pain much longer. Know how much a casket costs? Your condition has improved greatly since you were first hospitalized, Mr. Quinn. Are you sure? Yeah, we still need to keep tabs on your progress from here on. Still, rejoice that you won't have to be hospitalized again. Isn't that good news, Grandpa? You're healthy now and you don't have to stay in the hospital. Yeah, it's wonderful. That reminds me of a time I heard of a patient who was cured after discovering how much he loved theater. What? Finding things that make you happy can be the best medicine. I'm glad Quinn found that by spending time with Misa. You never know what they tell you. You never know what they could tell you, so I've been reluctant to come. Who'd have thought it'd end up like this? It's all thanks to Misa. Zuku's surgery had the most advanced medical equipment on the continent and a cutting-edge surgical technique backing it. Yet it still failed. It's so damn frustrating. I don't want it to end like this. Zuku believes in us. We can't give up. I know the surgery wasn't a success, but I still think the doctors did all they could. Don't get me wrong, it's a shame that Shizuku's eyesight hadn't recovered, but I don't think we should lose hope. But personally, I don't believe the doctors have anything to be ashamed of. I want them to recover from this slump too. Okay, I'll check and see if we can talk to Seelan. Probably not, but... doesn't hurt to try. Okay. I mean, you never know. Kind of like that whole quest we found with Heiyu, where every time we've checked the Heiyu door in the past, it said, you know, nicely to go fuck off, basically. And then that one time there happened to be a quest there, so... I think we're done talking, right? Amorika, Tangram? Well, let's go to the police academy. Then we don't really have much else to do. Aside from just getting to work on, like, what our remaining support requests. Severe noodles. That's all we got. You ever gonna give me a reward, man? Crypto was spotted in Knox Forest recently. Two brazers named Lynn and Aeolia went to exterminate it, but they weren't able to track it down. That's where the CGF holds their survival training. As a precaution, we're closing the grounds and monitoring the situation. Okay, maybe we'll end up going there soon. Even those at the academy know that independence is going to have a huge effect on our future as police officers. If nothing else, a lot of the cadets are rooting for it to happen so the police force becomes even stronger than it already is. If Roswell becomes independent, laws will likely be revised and the criminal justice system will become far more effective. Then again, that also means we'll have fewer cases involving foreigners coming into our borders and breaking the law. If we become independent, of course. Got hit him with a little row action. Hit him with a little red fly action. Okay, fine. Hit him with a little... Oh, snow crab? We can use snow crab here? We'll use the crab to find the crab? Isn't that all that is crabs? Salamander. I hit it way too late. I mean, this pays for itself. $150 Winsipit, dude. I need to fish. We're gonna like start grinding fishing soon. It's the only way to get enough money we need to not be poor anymore. I don't know what to do. We're at fish. I mean, we're at pretty much. We could end. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could do for like a few minutes. We could turn in our quest. Didn't we get like something for? Is it Ellie who got the music box? Does this look alright? Well, yes. Okay, so that's probably all of Ellie's stuff. Each retired to their rooms for a while to take a rest and go over their respective reports. May I come in, Ellie? Lloyd, yeah, you may. Is it time? No, nothing like that. We haven't received any new requests. Everyone else is still taking it easy, so don't feel rushed. Oh, you put some new things in your room, right? Lloyd, you would know you bought them all with the SSS budget? It kind of happened all on its own. I've been trying to cut down on clutter by moving small things like books to my old room, but then I brought new decorations. Still, this is way cleaner than my room. May have more stuff, but it perfectly complements your room. Hey, is that a music box? Yes, it is. It's an antique Revelt Music Company box. I found it in a melody. You found it? Alright, Ellie, this disrespect will not stand. The music made me feel so nostalgic that I bought it on impulse. Would you like to listen to it for a bit? I'm definitely curious, so sure. You found it. This better be a friggin' $5,000 tune worth listening to. I mean, it's not bad or nothing, but I don't know if it's 5,000 mira worth. It's such a relaxing tune. I think Afternoon and Crossbell beats it. Isn't it? You know, the Revelt Company is a famous instrument and music box manufacturer in Arabonia. I used to own a much smaller box that played this exact same tune when I was a little girl. I took it with me on my studies abroad, but I lost it. Really? Could have been a memento of her parents? I've given up on finding another because it was no longer in production, but I was really glad when I saw one in stock at a Meldia shop. That's great. You never know when a shop is going to come in handy. You said it. Well then, Lloyd, shall we leave? Sounds good. Now we can put TOs in here. Okay. Apparently we already have... Oh, that is the bank. Okay. I remember we got this, but I didn't realize it was a bank. I thought it was just a cat doll. Okay. Well, we will go ahead and cut things off here. In the next video, we will probably pursue the counterfeit dealer and then do our cryptid response. Alrighty, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.